Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, DJ Strip, and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, we got a recap, a summary, I should say, of the latest AMA that Forex just did in the voice chat on Animal Farm. Again, shout out to Driptopian, he streamed it. And that's where I always get my notes from. I believe Ray streamed it as well. And this comes on the heels of a separate AMA that he did in the DAO. So I don't have any real visibility on that, but that was done about 24 hours ago from this video. And there was a little bit of notes from that from someone that's in there and just said major drip bombs being dropped by Forex in the DAO. Can't divulge, it's huge. I've never heard Forex so bullish he's determined to ignite drip, and he has spoken nonstop about drip in this AMA. So in the DAO AMA, it sounded like it was drip related, but in this recent VC, it was all Animal Farm related, which is what's to be expected. It was done in the Animal Farm chat, so there was zero information on drip. So for those of you that aren't looking for Animal Farm content, then you can just skip this because this is just a Animal Farm non-drip related update. So let's get into the notes. Again, shout out to Wonder Woman for these amazing notes. I listened to the AMA, but it's always great to come back and have this to summarize everything. So the biggest announcement for the Animal Farm of something that's actually in the works and coming soon is the stable pool migration, which will start next Thursday at 12 Eastern. So if you are, remember I showed you this to you guys on my channel. Some people I have seen in the space are actually confused. So at least you watching my video will understand. It's the stable pool pairs. So it's only USD, BUSD, USDT, BUSD, USDC, BUSD, TUSD, BUSD, and DAI BUSD. So remember, about 6 to 8 weeks ago on the back end, PancakeSwap changed the lending pools to a more centralized version where all the pools are together so they can offer better yield. It's the exact same thing I showed you that Stargate does. So we have not been earning yield on these, and you could not go and create that LP on on PancakeSwap and come in here and stake it for the last like 3 to 4 weeks. So the capital you've been earning in dogs, but it has not been re-hypothecated on the back end. So what's going to happen come noon Eastern, there will be new pools on the back end that these can go to. So you'll have an interface that will walk you through what he said, a 7-step kind of automated process. Remember, the Animal Farm does not take custody of your assets, so you have to approve everything. So you're going to have a step to come in here to withdraw, a step to unpair, a step to migrate, a step to repair, a step to stake. In between that, you'll have a step to accept the new contract. So it's like 6 to 7 steps, right? And that is because the Animal Farm and Forex's contracts do not own your assets. You have to do everything yourself. So this will all take place starting next week. Just a quick message, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. This helps bring brand awareness to the channel as well as all Forex Shark related projects. Thank you. And during that time, there'll be a 1-hour grace period to where the new API will start on the new pools. So that means once he makes the contract live, it'll be a delay for the emissions to be kicked out. Remember, the way emissions work is based on the actual liquidity in the pool. So that's why we've seen these all come down to restricted and stuff like that, or lower APYs, I should say, due to the fact that there's now a large amount of liquidity in the pool. But in that 1-hour window, if you're one of the first few people to migrate over, you'll be able to get higher emission rates, but then it eventually will balance itself out as well and come back to slightly higher than what we're currently seeing, because on the PancakeSwap side, they have better yield as well. So that's what's going to take place next Thursday. So that's the biggest update for the Animal Farm. He did say what he's going to move forward with now in regards to games is Dogs Roulette. And that is going to be, didn't give a date for that, but that's where the focus will come after all this is done. And the Scratchy is being worked on as well. He's interviewing more devs for that, but Scratchy has been I'm not gonna say pushed back, but it's not running in the forefront as it was before, because he said the UI needs to be built. They got to do the raise. Then he also mentioned a 1 month of marketing. So we're looking at probably 2 to 3 months out for Scratchy, whereas Dogs Roulette can be done sooner than that. Let's just go with that. So he didn't give a date, and I don't want to speculate on that. Then he mentioned the single asset lending through bridges like Stargate, Seller, and AnySwap, and I showed you guys this as well. So remember, single asset lending is all our pools. And the way he mentioned this, and this is something that is new that I was not aware of, it's actually going to be dynamic. So on the back end, it will be looking at those 3 locations to find the place with the best yield. So, and I showed you guys this on my channel before, there are some of those bridges that don't have some of the assets. So like, for example, that means we could be using all 3 of those bridges for different assets. So BUSD, Wrap BNB, ETH, Cake, I don't think it's on any of those bridges, and Bitcoin, but it will only be these being lent out and then rehypothecated, and then that just adds more funds to our assets, or the rehypothecation side. So that is something that is still being worked on. They haven't finalized that. I believe we're supposed to have a vote on that within the Pigpen on that, but he didn't mention anything about that, but that was something he did mention previously. And he said, he's still working on the liquid decentralized lending and borrowing model that kind of gave you guys some insight on in this, the $1 billion idea. So if you want to kind of try to understand or wrap your head on what it potentially could look like, obviously Forex's design will be something different, or who knows what it will be, but I broke down this idea here in this $1 billion idea for Forex about what the lending could potentially resemble in regards to decentralized liquid market like a DEX. He's still working on Dogs of Fortune and wants to add a team element to that. And then there are some marketing updates that he has been enabled to get moved forward with some other major YouTubers. So he mentioned some top 10 crypto YouTubers, and he also highlighted again that previously he knows that the marketing dollars were being spent on basically botted YouTube accounts, and now he wants to move forward with quality engagement and people with real accounts. And he mentioned some of these users like Crypto Wendy, Crypto Banter, and Altcoin Buzz. And we can look at some of these guys' stats. They are legitimate users in the space, offer a lot of information, and get genuine engagement. Crypto Banter, Altcoin Buzz, and he mentioned Crypto Wendy separately. You can go check out Scott's channel. He did an interview with Crypto Wendy. She's one of the more influential women in the crypto space, so she definitely has a large female base, and she's been on multiple other channels as well. So I believe this would be marketed in the general way. Like he said, they're looking at a way to get in and share crypto news in general, versus trying to shill projects, because a lot of these people don't want to be associated with projects in case they rug or scam, which you're seeing a lot of that happen in the space. So this may be a plug for specifically his trading side, his views on the market, and then he can kind of sneak in some information about the animal farm itself. So we'll see how that plays out. There are some Google ads that he said have went up. They just finished that as of the interview, or the AMA that was done. And so I guess there will be some keyword search stuff that they did on the back end. So where people searching in Google will see actual landing page ads for the animal farm and Drip at some stage. He addressed the new contest on the original animalfarm.app site, so that you can use that marketing model where you put your email and answer a few questions, or interact with certain things like tweets and retweets and all that stuff, and you get points, and then you're into a raffle. So he mentioned redoing that because it wasn't didn't generate as much hype or interaction or leads they wanted from the previous marketing team. So they're going to be redoing that, relaunching that. Then he touched on the Bloomberg article stuff, and how they were working on getting a refund because it wasn't the proper article they wanted done. So moving forward, the new marketing team, or whoever he's got, they're trying to kind of get the ball rolling again on traditional marketing and some of the areas that they were lacking previously. Then he mentioned about the dev team and what they're focusing on. And one other thing that was drip related, so I apologize that intro I said there was no drip. There was drip related content, but it was kind of short, and it's about the Drip Garden developer team known as Alien Games. So he did mention that they are working on other games that will use drip as kind of the token, so to speak, to play these games. And he wants to make sure the games are fun, enjoyable, and not exploitable, so fair. And there was some talks of like really simple games and stuff like that. So you know that they're currently still working on this model here with this 3D game. Uh-oh. Had that playing in my headphones. I don't think you guys can hear it. But they're working on this 3D game, but it sounds like 4X also wants to have a much simpler gaming model. If you are familiar with Ray's content on Bartown Conglomerate, then you'll know that he does blockchain gaming incentives, and when it's usually with a lot of these like simple kind of games, like on Pixel Hub. So they're different games that you play, and they're really easy and fast paced, and then you just post a screenshot, and then the winner gets, I don't even know what this is, but the winner gets some kind of rewards or airdrops. So don't know what kind of games 4X is looking to integrate with this team, but it did sound like from the VC chat, the VC, that it will be kind of simple, fun, enjoyable games that can't be exploited. So if it's using drip, and then 50% of that be used for prizes, and any specified quote 50 cent will be burned. I think that was just a misspeak, because you can't burn drip. It's not even in the actual contract. So maybe to the tax address or to a null wallet, which would still show up at circulating supply, total supply. I'm not sure. But anyway, you'd be using drip and get paid out in drip, and then some incentives for drip. Let's see, what else did he mention? He went into more details on the fiat on-ramp momentum, and basically have two choices. One they've kind of nixed, and the other that they're looking at, it just costs a little more, but it doesn't have any buy limits if you KYC, so you can go up to like 100 grand or whatever your debit card, credit card will allow. And then if you're under 2K, then there's no KYC, so you can technically use prepaid cards, gift cards or something to fund that wallet. So he's looking at utilizing that, and they allow you to use custom contract integration, which is essential for us to allow for tokens to be purchased off the native DEX versus the other version, which was cheaper but only did PancakeSwap. He did go into the not white label service, but the super chat model that he's been talking about on other AMAs. So this is a bring utility to the greater crypto space, but specifically, I guess, video streamers, content creators on Twitch or YouTube. So giving them an incentive to use crypto assets, and specifically our assets. So that's still in development, but or actually being discussed, and not even really in development, but he's leaning towards that or pushing that, and that will be something that will get worked on relatively soon. So that was it for the AMA. Hopefully there will be a drip specifically focused one next week, so we can find out where we're at on some of that stuff in regards to the UI update and the fiat on-ramp integration for that, but nothing as of yet. So hopefully we get a drip AMA to give us those dates, and then, you know, it'll be like, you know, 2, 3, 4 weeks out or so. All right, that's all I got for this video. Hope it provided some value. If it did, you guys know the drill. Smash that HBO special. Help a brother out with a like, comment, subscribe down below. And until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See you.